Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Tolani and you're watching Tea Time with T Reads. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about One of Us is Lying by Karen Mcmanus, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this book. I started it yesterday, finished it yesterday, and immediately had to get my trusty pad and write down all my thoughts and opinions and feelings, because I really wanted to record this video. I was supposed to do it yesterday night, but it was a bit dark and I was really tired, but I'm back. So for all you non-spoilery people, I'm going to give you a general synopsis about what this book is about. 5 students go into detention. Only 4 make it out alive. Yeah. So throughout the book, we go throughout these 4 different characters, their point of views, and how this murder investigation has a huge impact on their lives. And it was a very fun read. I gave it originally a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, but then changed it to a 3.5. And that's because of some spoilery things that I realized after reading the book, but because I don't want to give too much away, I'll let you read it and find out. I definitely recommend this book. This book is on sale on Amazon right now. I bought it for £3.85. So if you do want to read it, go on, or check your library or something if you don't want to spend the money on it. But I do recommend it. I thought it was a really fun, mentally stimulating book, and I really enjoyed it, and I think you should go pick it up. This is her debut novel, and so if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you leave now, because I'm going to be leaving some big spoilers. So exit please. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, so let's talk about this book. You see this book, yeah? I've got my notepad. The first thing I said here is the predictable plot was very anticlimactic. I guess from page 176 that Simon flipping killed himself and is framing this from page 6 actually. I guess here in my book, let's just go to page 6. It says, why have they all been tricked? Phones planted on them. The death has been orchestrated. Question mark. Wants to blame one of them? I flipping knew from page 6. As soon as that car came in, I was like, this car is a distraction for whatever's about to go down in this flipping detention. I knew. And as soon as I clocked that, I was like, oh my gosh. I clocked from page 106 that Simon killed himself. I was a bit disappointed because I really wanted it to be Addy. Obviously not now, because I like all the characters and stuff. But one thing I will say though, even though the plot was, or rather who did it, was very predictable, Mcmanus does a very good job of making you second guess yourself, because there was a line as well, I think it was something like, Addy wasn't the type of girl to stand up to guys like Simon. I was like, wouldn't it be a plot twist if the one who could never stand up to him ended up killing him in a way? So standing up. But obviously it wasn't Addy, it was Simon. He orchestrated himself, and I was just pissed off. I knew this. It kind of, took away from the enjoyment of the book for me. When I'm reading, I like to be shocked. I like to be shocked. The next thing, but I have on my list, is the harmful way it deals with mental illnesses and depression. Okay, this is why I downgraded it from my original 4 out of 5 to 3 out of 5. 3.5 on Goodreads. I said the mental illness is portrayed is wrong and evil, kind of, because the reason I think this, and I'm not pretending to be an expert on mental illness. If anything I say is wrong and you've dealt with mental illness in the past, specifically depression, please comment below if you think what I'm saying is wrong. Maybe I'm being a bit too sensitive. But the fact that Simon admires school shooters, and he admires school shooters, and I say it here, wants that sort of infamy, it villainizes depression. You know what I mean? Because I was getting some Breakfast Club / Gossip Girls / 13 Reasons Why vibes off of this book, and I think that actually the way that 13 Reasons Why deals with the situation, I'm not going to say is more... I just think with 13 Reasons Why, Hannah uses her dread, her depression, to teach other people like a valuable lesson about how the words we say and our actions, no matter how small they can be, can have a massive impact on other people's lives. Whereas Simon uses his depression as a means of revenge, and it kind of villainizes depression. Our side character, freaking, what's her name? I've forgotten her name. I'll leave her name down below somewhere. She also suffers with depression. Janae, her name's Janae. She also suffers with depression, and you know, she's his accomplice. Like, she helps him set everything up to blame his, you know, murder on all our different characters. And I thought it was messed up. If I'm being honest, I thought it was messed up. I'm sure this was not the author's intent. However, to me, that's how I portrayed it. The second thing I did not like was that it was very trope heavy and stereotypical. Nate is a Colombian drug dealer. Really, Karen? Really, Karen? Really? Why did he have to be Colombian? Why couldn't he be white? Why couldn't he be Asian? No, why couldn't he be white? Why did he have to be Colombian? That's stereotypical. It's like let's say Nate was black and in a gang, and his dad walked away from him when he was young, so he thought this was the only way to provide for his mum. Stereotypes. And I'm not here for it, Karen. I'm not here for it. I mean, I know it probably wasn't the author's intent. However, that's just the way I portrayed it. Another thing I didn't like, I know I'm just saying all the things I didn't like, however, I have some things that I loved about this book, and they'll be coming after, you know, the negative. It gets worse before it gets better. This was in the book itself, so Karen knows. I say the harmful way. No. Cooper's sexuality is used as a plot device, a plot twist. Okay, so Cooper, one of our main characters, is a closeted gay. And when he was texting this person behind his girlfriend's back, originally, I think Karen's leading us to think it's, you know, like a girl. But it's not, because he's gay. He's gay as fuck. He's gay. He's gay. And it was used as like a plot device, and like a plot twist, and I really didn't like it that we were using his sexuality as a plot twist. And even the way it came out in the book, do you know how harmful that could have been for someone that, like, in real life, and actually say I was like a lesbian and haven't told anyone, and the way it came out, that could have been like so mentally damaging, you know. I could have fallen into depression. I could have just been like so... That's a violation, and I feel like we should have delved deeper into how much of a violation that is, because I believe as authors, writers, readers, it's our job to bring awareness to these subjects, and if we're going to write about them, they need to be done properly. You know, again, I do not think it's the author's intent, and if you think I'm over exaggerating, please let me know. Let's discuss it, because I genuinely want to know what you guys think. Jake. Let's talk about freaking Jake, Addie's ex-boyfriend. I don't like the way he's described as a control freak, because he's flipping abusive. That's what he is. He tells her like what to wear, how she should behave. Again, Karen, I'm not here for it. And not once, please again correct me if I'm wrong, I did not hear them refer to him as an abusive boyfriend. Even in the beginning, before he attacked her, which I was like, allow it, because Cooper's outside, I was like, he's not a control freak, he's abusive. He was like mentally abusing her, and she's like trapped herself in this box, and I was just like, honey, I'm not here for it. You're not a control freak, you're just flipping abusive. Again, he should have been referred to as abusive, not a control freak, because they're very, 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 very different things. But apart from that, those issues that I had problems with, let's talk about the things I loved. Bronwyn and Nate. Look at my messy scroll. You probably can't read it. But Bronwyn and Nate are my babies. They are my babies and they need to be protected at all costs. Nate is just my little sugar muffin and Bronwyn's just like a geek princess and they're so cute and I love their relationship and I love Bronwyn and Nate. Like, I really love Bronwyn and Nate. Can't you tell that I love Bronwyn and Nate? Then we have Cooper and Addie's bromance. I love how protective Cooper is of Addie, how Addie is protective of Cooper, how she's like tries to support him when he tells her she's the first one he goes to personally to say, look, I'm gay. Apart from his family, which he had to because at the police station, you know, they were being questioned. But I just mean, you know, with Addie, he went to Addie and said, listen, before you hear it from anyone else, I'm gay. And Addie's like, oh, cool. I mean, do you, dude? Like, oh, that touched my heart so much. I also liked the way I was forced to be extra analytical with the book. As you can see, these are all the notes I take. With my books, I do write in my books, not as much as Naya reads and smiles, whom I love so much, but I do take notes with like sticky notes and stuff, and I put my theories, my feelings, I underline my favourite lines. And with this book, because it is about a murder case essentially, I was forced to look for answers in places I wouldn't normally look to. Now me, I don't like to read casually. By that I mean, of course, 80% of the reason why I read is because I love it, for enjoyment. However, 20% is for like mental stimulation. And I found my brain was constantly working like, are you the killer? Are you the killer? And I was trying to like fit different pieces and bits into the puzzle, and I loved it so much. So that is one aspect of this book that I really do love. A good book wants to make you question things. Why is this happening? Why did she do this? Why did she do that? How comes this doesn't fit together? And you then will try and fit these pieces together. And I really did love that aspect of this book. Another thing I loved is Nate's lawyer, who ends up with Addie's sister Ashton. I found that cute little romance, even though it's not a big part of the book. I found it so cute, and I love Eli, and I love the way, you know, he's so passionate about wanting to help these kids, and he's so sure these kids are innocent, and he's like, why is nobody checking Simon? And I was like, yes, Eli, why is nobody checking Simon? I also love some of the dialogue in this book. Actually made me laugh and smile. I believe that they were teenagers talking. In some of these books, these authors, the way they make teenagers talk, I'm like, teenagers do not talk like that. I'm 17 and some of the sentences they'll have them spewing I've never said in my life. So, but this one, it was realistic to me personally. I believe that these were teenagers talking, you know, and I loved it so much. I've said Bronwyn and Nate again because I love Bronwyn and Nate. And sorry about that, guys, my camera cut out. But I was saying how much I love Chris. Chris is Cooper's boyfriend, and we only get to know him for like a short while, but I love Chris. He cracked this case wide open with two lines that I need to find right now. Okay, shit, I can't find it, but I know it was Chris. Yeah, I knew he was gay because I predicted that as well. You see what I mean about the being predictable? I don't know, but yeah, I love Chris. I will insert the line that Chris, you know, used to bust open this case. He's bloody brilliant. I love Chris and Coop. They're so cute. But yeah, also let's talk about the Gossip Girl / Breakfast Club / you know, 13 Reasons Why vibe for a while. Essentially, Simon is Dan. Dan has wanted to be a part of the inner circle. If you haven't watched Gossip Girl and you're watching it, this is a spoiler. Dan has wanted to be a part of the inner circle, you know, the Upper East Siders, for a long time. And so to get in, he creates Gossip Girl. Dan is Gossip Girl, if you didn't know. If you watched when I warned you this would contain spoilers, I am sorry. But Gossip Girl's been out for a while now, and you should bloody watched it. But do watch Gossip Girl. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I was getting that Simon was a gossip. Simon is Gossip Girl. And you know, I haven't even watched The Breakfast Club yet, but I know it's got Breakfast Club vibes from the small clips that I've seen from The Breakfast Club. Don't shout at me for not watching The Breakfast Club. I will watch it. eventually. But yeah, I think those are all my thoughts, opinions and feelings on One of Us is Lying. Overall, I did really enjoy the book. Like, I was so excited. I really did enjoy reading it. I read it in like 3 hours, I'd like to say, because I didn't read it in one sitting. I was doing other things in the house, but I really did enjoy it. And yeah, I think you guys should go and pick it up. It was a cool read. I really did enjoy it so much. And you know, it's her debut novel, like I said, and for a debut novel I think she did really well. But overall, I bloody loved it. Bloody loved it, mate. This has been Tolani and you are watching Tea Time with T Reads. Bye. I've just realised some vital information that I left out. If you are allergic to peanuts, always carry your EpiPen on you.